Heyo guys, welcome to another video of a Forza Motorsport. I'm in the Sylvia in C-Class. I decided to take a break from multi-class racing and do some strictly C-Class racing. So anyways, first race we're at WeatherTech or Mazda Circuit, whichever one you want to call it. I'm going to refer to it as the Mazda Circuit from here on out because that's what I grew up knowing it as. Going into turn 1, I'm braking a little early because I don't want to be a part of the turn 1 mayhem, even though I got a little love tap on the back end there. Seems like you can never escape the turn 1 nonsense, and we got a Challenger that is, or no, that's a Cuda in the sand, and a Clio going making sandcastles as well. Seems like everyone's a little stressed out. They got de-stressed by making sandcastles for some reason. I don't know how that's de-stressing, but I ended up going into Cola Clon GT, however you pronounce his name. Didn't really break too early. A few beers were involved in the making of this video. And was going into this left-hander here. Quasar Bloom here, almost shoved me into the sand, but I fight my way back. I think this car is a little heavy, so trying to push me off is not going to be easy. Where I get smacked on the backside by Space Cat again. Really ruining the flow of a bunch of racers. Holy crap. Luckily, he got a 4-second penalty. I think that was an intentional ram. Who knows? Going into the corkscrew, though, I slowed down quite a bit where I hit that sausage a little too hard and throw Space Cat off where I get an avoidable warning contact. Or avoidable contact warning, I should say. Words are kind of hard. Did just record some Forza Horizon 5 content. I'm going to edit that video after I get this done. And Challenger going off track there and coming off and back onto the track at a really weird time. I swear speaking is not my forte today, but anyways, Space Cat did get back around me, so we're going to have to battle it out again. He does have that 4-second penalty, so I technically don't have to battle him in order to get his position. GHO, whatever his name is. Yeah, Mr. Zane there. Going off the course there. Space Cat kind of brake checking me. We both get around the Cuda there. But Space Cat, I don't think he really knows his braking zones. He might have the braking line turned off, and he's just trying to learn the braking zones as it is. Trial by fire, as I like to call it. Anyways, going into turn 2, we start catching up to Zane here in what I believe is a Celica. I could be mistaken there. Anyways, trying to battle Space Cat here. He's kind of annoying me with his braking zones, but at the same time, I'm not too sure how new he is to the game. I haven't really seen him in the race or in the Forza scene at all, so he could be a new player. Or he's coming back, who knows. But anyways, going into this wide left-hander here, I'm trying to cut off as much time as I possibly can, trying to get around him. Going into this right-hander, he hits the brakes on me again, kind of screwing up my momentum. I don't know if it's a strategy of his, but either way, it's kind of annoying me, but at the same time, it is working because it is keeping me from getting around him. Anyways, on this straightaway, we seem to be a little matched. I think I do have a little bit of horsepower on him. That's why I'm side by side by him right now, but hitting the brakes, he takes the inside line. I'm a little wide. He does start swerving into my lane. I do got to back off a little bit. Giving him 17th, even though it's already technically mine because of his 4-second penalty. Little love tap from me behind him. Luckily, no penalty there. Going into this right-hander here, I'm trying to predict what he's going to do at this point. Because I know he's going to hit the brakes early on most turns, but he goes wide. I get around him, and I pretty much take 17th from him. Now it's just trying to catch up to Zane here. He does not seem to have a very good knowledge of the track, I want to say. I'm not the most knowledgeable of these tracks myself, but I guess we can say I have a little bit more experience on the track than him by the looks of it. Or his car is just not really well built for C-Class. Who knows? But either way, I start really reeling him in on this left-hander here. He takes it a little wide. I'm trying to cut off as much time as I can by taking that as tight as I possibly can. Trying to get to him, get as close to him before the hairpin, because I have a feeling that's where I'm going to really be able to get around him. And it was braking a little soon. He seems to come to a complete stop. I don't know what happened there. But Space Cat gets around him. And that's pretty much going to be the race, guys. I mean, I did try catching up to Quasar Bloom. If you guys don't remember, he was the one trying to shove me off the track. But either way, he had a pretty clean race. I did try reeling him in. And I'm going to finish this race in 16th. Didn't gain any positions, didn't lose any positions. It was a pretty fun race, though, so I can't really complain. Anyways, with that being said, guys, let's go into race number 2. Alright, guys, we are taking this to Sebring in the rain, so that's going to cause a lot of mayhem in itself. So, trying to go into turn 1, trying to avoid a lot of people here. Braking a little early because of the rain. We got Captain right in front of us. We got a what looked like a Civic going off into the not stratosphere, off the track there. Little slipping and sliding. Anyways, going into the double right-hander here. We got Captain, who's went off into the grass, came back on. Luckily, I was able to brake in time to not run into him, so he could race another day. I know I'm kind of treating this like it is an actual real-life race, even though I got completely smacked by Captain. It looked like, kind of looked intentional, but at the same time, I know the rain kind of messes with it, where he does do it again. Seemed like he was driving a little aggressively, trying to get around me, but luckily I'm able to get into his draft and show that my car does have a little bit more power. I am putting it into the red line as well, so that kind of helps out a little bit. Going into this gigantic right-hander here. Now, it looked like he was going to try and dive bomb around me or just try and smack me off the track. Who knows? I'm going to say he was just going to try and go around me as best as he can, as he almost, well, he does actually cause a little bit of contact there. Seems like he does not know how to handle being overtaken. And was going into turn 1. I'm trying to play a little safe here. I did take this corner a little fast than what I normally like to do. At the same time, I know Captain is right behind me, and he seems like he's gonna drive a little aggressive. Dragon starting to get into the mix as well, where he does give a little bit of a love tap on me. Luckily, he doesn't push me off the track. And now it's basically a four-way battle between me, Dragonoid, Kyodol, and Captain. Sorry, I did get back in from mowing my grass, so you can say I'm a little tired, a little hot on this nice summer day. Anyways, Dragonoid here, he's going to show that he does have a little bit more power than I do, where I'm even in his draft and he is still overpowering. So going into the final turn, though, this is where I learned he doesn't really have as good cornering, and I decided to slide off a little bit, where Kodal does give me a little love tap, not as hard as what Captain would do, and he does take the inside, where I do overpower him, trying to beat him to turn 1, trying to hold on to my 5th place position. And it was going into turn 1. I do brake a little earlier. I do take the corner a little bit better than I did last time, so I'm kind of proud of that one. Trying to catch up to Dragonoid, where, again, he does not have as good cornering ability, so that's where I'm trying to take advantage of it. Trying to take the corners a little bit faster, trying to catch up to him as best as I can before the straightaway, because if I could get around him, I could probably block him from getting around, but anyways, going into this little S-bend here, he does a good job at blocking me, so hats off to you, bud. I do have to take that turn a little slower, where Kodal does give me a little love tap as well. And this is where the straightaway is going to really settle our positions for the most part until we get to the final right-hander here. I had to remember what right and left was, where I do carry a little bit more speed than I normally would. And I start drifting off to the left of the turn, taking the outside lane. I think Kodal and Captain are going to try and go on the inside, but it doesn't really help them as much as I am able to get it back under control. Racing in the rain, guys, is not fun. I think I say that in every video where I do have a track that has a lot of rain to it. And we're taking turn 1 a little deeper, taking it way better this time. Trying to catch up to Dragonoid, where I do botch this double right-hander here. Not really my best work, where I do get another love tap from Kodal. Again, it doesn't really mess with anyone's race. In fact, I think he got the worst end of that stick. So again, not too mad about that one. Just trying to keep my head in the game right now while I go through this S-bend and going into the final turn before the straightaway. Trying to take it a little deep. And he does beat me to straightaway again. And this is where I know that I just simply will not be able to catch up or keep up with him. So at this point, I'm just trying to keep him in my sight, red line as best as I can. And this is where I really mess up this turn. Kodal trying to go on the outside. I'm trying to take it as fast as I can, but at the same time, I'm trying not to go into his car. And I'm sure he's got the same mindset as I do. He does get around me, and I honestly want to know what kind of car that is. I'm not sure if that's the 86 or the Buick. I don't think the Buick Regal is in this in the game, but it does seem like a Regal if you ask me. Where I take this turn a little wide, turn 1, not my best time, but either way, I do drop down a couple positions. It looks like Old Saint Nick. Okay, did not comprehend that one at all. I do apologize, bud, but he does try and join in on the action, where Captain and Dragonoid and Kodal are all in a big 4 or 3-way battle, and I am not too far behind them. I'm trying to catch up to him on the straightaway. I know I got Captain as far as top speed is concerned. I'm not sure about Kodal, though. He could have just been trying to stay in the draft, but we will have to see. But I am slowly catching up to both of them going into the final turn. Trying to go into the final lap. I take this turn a little too wide, carrying a little too much speed. Oh wait, never mind, I don't. And was trying to take this turn, trying to take advantage of the straightaway, where I do have an advantage over Captain and Kodal by the looks of it. Going into turn 1, I think I take this a little wide here. No, I actually take it slower than I normally would, so I can take it a little tighter, but Kodal and Captain having a little bit of contact. Captain going off the track, giving me a chance to catch up to the rest of the pack. Kodal and Dragon Knight, I should say. Kodal, though, he does have just as good cornering, if not better, so he might... Well, actually, he does have a bit of an advantage as of right now in the S-bends. And, of course, I'm just trying to catch up to him, trying to stay in the race as best as I can. I am in 6th place, so I did gain a position at least. A little bit of contact with Dragonoid and Kodal there. Looks like Kodal is going to try and overpower him. Does not work out too well. Here I am trying to catch up to Kodal, trying to get my 5th place position back, since I did hold it pretty well for the most part. But going into the final turn, it looks like Dragonoid is going to take it a little wide. I start taking it wide, trying to keep it on the track, though. Doesn't really do me any justice, keeping it under control, but I do finish in 6th place. Can't really complain, it is in the rain after all, so let's go into the final race, guys. Alright guys, so this is going to be the last race, and it's not even going to be the full race because I want to show you guys something. So, set the stage here. It's 2 a.m. I have alcohol in my system, and I'm in a car I just rebuilt and had like no track time in, so quite a bit is going to go wrong. Got Birdman right behind me, he's getting around. And of course I got Cat Roll in front of me. Pretty normal here. Yeah, going into the S-Bends here, I started catching up to Birdman, and yeah, I watched that several times because I had no memory of it, and I honestly felt bad as can be. It was not a very smart move. I probably should have stopped playing the game after I started feeling the effects of the alcohol, and well, yeah, something like that happened. So, Birdman, if by the off chance you are watching this, I do want to apologize for that. I want to apologize for Drunken Unroyal's inability to drive. I promise I'm normally not that bad of a driver. And to be honest, guys, not really much happens in this race other than that and the little pileup you've seen at the bus stop. So, with that being said, I do hope you guys have a great day. Learn from this lesson. Don't be drinking and playing the game at the same time. And if you're going to be doing that, make sure it's in a car you actually know like the back of your hand. And I hope to see you guys next time. And again, pretend I said something corny here. And see you guys later.